In this video, we're discussing about the Power BI part of a Superstore sales analysis. If you're really been interested about the SQL queries part of a Superstore sales analysis, like SQL projects, so you can go back into our channel and check that. In our Power BI part, although all the things are same in the business problem as in the SQL query part, but just the few things are being changed in the our Power BI part. So let's have a look into business problem of Superstore sales analysis for the Power BI part. In this Superstore sales analysis portfolio project, we gain insight into sales data to optimize operation and improve profitability. And the company is particularly interested in understanding the following aspects. Firstly, we have to find the overview of a Superstore sales dataset, in which you have to find total number of order, total sales, and average profit. And then we have to find sale performance analysis, in which we have to find the top selling product and category. So for this thing, we are choosing top selling. We have to choose the product and the category, and top selling in the sense of their quantity and in the sense of the sales. And secondly, we have to choose sales analysis, sales trend over the years. And nextly, we have find analysis of customer segmentation. In the customer segmentation, we have to find the customer purchasing behaviors based on segment, like which segment most contribute to the sale. And in the next, we have to find the shipping and order management. In the shipping and order management, we have to evaluate the efficiency of different shipping mode, and we have to analyze the shipping cost and the overall profit that we have gained into our different kind of orders. And secondly, we have to assess the order processing time and identify area of improvement, like how many days we can get after some order is placed, and we can put them into for the shipping. What is the difference of their time at this time, like how many time they get to for the shipping. And next we have to find profitability and cost analysis. In profitability and cost analysis, we have to analyze profit margin. Basically, it's not the cost analysis, is the you might say profit analysis. And by discount analysis, profitability and discount analysis, in which we have to find the categories and the subcategories that are giving more profit and what is the discount that we are giving to them. We have to find in the profitability and the discount analysis. Just cost analysis is written by mistake. And next we have to find global sales and product quantity overview, in which we have to identify the which countries most contribute into the sales. And next we have to find state level category exploration, in which we have to identify the product categories that are more sales sold in different kind of states. And in the last, we have to find retail subcategory analysis, in which we have to analyze the subcategories that is being more sold in different kind of regions. So this is all the our business problem of Superstore analysis for Power BI part. So let's start our Power BI part. I'm opening my Power BI desktop, and then get data, and then text.csv, and then I select the file where I save it. And then I load it. It might take just a few seconds to load. It depends upon the size of your file. And now you can see on the right side of the data we have all columns. I'm going back into my format tab and change the transparency of and color of my canvas background. Now if you click on a table view, then here is overall tables. Our data is almost clean, so we did not need to check it. I'm setting the title of our dashboard by setting its font size into 24 as Superstore sales analysis, and making it underline. So now according to our business problem, we have overview of Superstore sales data, in which we have total number of order, total sold, and average profit. So we use our measures by clicking on any column or table name, and then you can get measure which you select new measure. And now finding total orders at count rows superstore table, and now we can get the total orders that is on our data set. Now I wanted to have a new measure. In the new measure we have total sales, in which we can use sum function and then superstore orders sales table. Here is another method. If you just ask a question and about your data, this kind of visuals can be appeared into your canvas background. Usually you can search about the measures that you wanted to add into your data and simply click on turn the Q&A result into a visual, and it is the form of visual. Now you can convert it into a visual card new. You either can use this method or you can use add measure into new measure into table name and the column name. Whichever with method you think best suits you, you can suit that. Now I'm just removing the fill and of our visual card and setting it font size into 20. I'm just copying and pasting it because I don't want it to set their font size and all the size again. So I'm just copy pasting it, and now I can change average of profit into total orders, and in another visual into total sales. Now if you click on the quick measure, you also have the same table as appearing previously. You can also search there by average or a different kind of measures that you want you to add into your data. Now on the second time, sales performance analysis. In the same performance analysis, we have to identify the top selling product and category and analyze sales trends over year and highlight significant pattern. So firstly, we have to identify top selling product and category. In the top selling product and category, we have to choose category, product name, sales, and I'm choosing cluster column chart, and I'm setting category and product name into x-axis and sum of sales into y-axis. And now you can see there are a lot of products in our data, so I'm filtering my data into top 10 products, and I'm choosing product name by count of product name and apply filter. And now you can see all the products, top 10 products, and their in which category they are belonging according to sum of sales. Now in other visual we have sales trend over year, so I'm using sales column and year, and I wanted to represent in the form of line chart, and I'm setting sum of sales into y-axis and year into x-axis. Because our data is in the form of years is representing time, so I'm choosing line chart because it better represent time series data. Now we have to find customer segmentation. Customer segment customer based on their purchasing behavior, understand which segment contributes most to the sales. So I'm choosing sales segment and customer name. I'm choosing segment and customer name on x-axis and sum of sales on y-axis. We have a lot of customer names. Uh, so I'll be choosing top n filter. If we represent customer name into y-axis, it is in the grid form. Yep, now we have our data based on segment like sum of sales and count of customer. I'm choosing it into combination of line chart and column chart. So now it is better representation. Now we have to form shipping and order management and evaluate the efficiency of different shipping mode. So I'm choosing shipping mode, shipping cost and profit. I wanted to represent this in the form of column chart, and I'm choosing average of shipping mode, average of shipping cost and average of profit into y-axis, and in x-axis I have shipping mode. Now we have assessed order processing time and identify areas of improvement. So for this thing, I'm choosing new column, and we are using dated if function as we use in our SQL part. If you are with us in SQL part, you can know it better. So the same dated if function we have to use in Power BI, but there is a little bit changes in it. I'm giving name it to order processing time by days, and I'm using dated if. And I'm choosing order date and then shipping date, in which date it being shipped, and then I'm choosing day. I wanted to represent my this difference into day, like which day some order places and after which days this order is being placed for shipping. So now I'm choosing this shipping mod and average of ship or average order processing time. I'm setting into average and second into y-axis. So this is our another visuals, and now we have to find profitability and cost analysis, which analyze profit margin for different product categories and subcategories and evaluate the impact of discount on overall profitability. So we have to choose profit and discount. Sorry, in the business problem it has been using a discount, not a cost. And I'm choosing category and subcategory. I'm putting this category and subcategory into x-axis, and in the y-axis I have sum of profit and sum of discount. I'm choosing line and stock column chart, and I'm putting sum of profit into line y-axis, and column y-axis I have sum of discount. Now it's look better. Now we have to find Now we look back into our first visual, then we also add the sum of quantity and convert into line and column chart. And I'm putting line y-axis into sum of sales, because when you are representing sale performance analysis, it's better to represent the form of sales and also in the form of quantity. So now we have global sales and product quantity overview. So I'm using sales and country. I'll try different charts, but I think so in this tree chart it better represented. But there is a lot of much more country, like 147 countries. So I'm using top end filter into top 10 and then drag country into filter value and then count and apply filter. I think top 5 are the best. Now you can see the top 5 countries. Now we have state level category exploration. Understand the most used product category in different states. I have quantity and category, and then states. I'm putting category and state into x-axis and sum of quantity into y-axis. Now I'm using top and filter into state, like there are different kind of states. I'm filtering it into top 5 and then dragging this state into our filter and then count of state. I'm not seeing my quantities, categories, so I'm just removing it and then placing it again. And now you can see that in the top 5 state in which these categories are being used and their quantity, like which category is more used in different kind of states, these 5 states. I'm representing this visual in the form of bar charts. Now I'm just rearranging my visuals. I am braining by similar kind of data in which when do the same line. Now you can see this on the first line we have sales, sum of sales by country, and in this visual in the right below we have our states dataset. And now along the side I'm using the region visuals. along with country and state. So we have to regional subcategory analysis, analyze every into of subcategory in different regions. So I'm choosing quantity, which quantity is being more sold in according to subcategory and then in which region. I'm choosing it into a bar chart. I'm putting subcategory and region into y-axis and sum of quantity into x-axis. I'm using subcategory and filtering it as top n and top 1 categories, because we have a lot of subcategories and we have a lot of regions. Because region is not seeing, so I firstly remove it and then replace this region. I'm just removing this visual and trying it again, because some of our columns are not seeing. So I'm using region, quantity and subcategory, and I'm choosing region as subcategory into x-axis and sum of quantity into y-axis. And in the subcategory I'm choosing filter of top n and I'm setting into top 1, and then subcategory and count of subcategory, and then apply filter. Now our data has been replaced according to our filter, and I am replacing it in the form of bar charts. So these are all the visuals that we have to in our dashboard. So now I'm moving toward the customization tab. I'm just going into view tab, but before that I'm just renaming my columns. I'm removing the sum and average and count of different kind of function. I'm just replacing the original column name, as I into see sum of quantity and I replace it just with quantity, and sum of sales I'm replacing with sales. I'm same in the case of sum of sales by year, I'm just using sales by year. And in the sense of count of customer name, I'm choosing only customer, and then sum of sales I'm just using sales. In the visual of sum of sales by country, I'm choosing sales by country. And then I'm removing this average function of shipping cost and profit. I'm removing this average into order processing time by days. I'm removing the sum of quantity and just putting quantity. And here also use just quantity instead of sum of quantity. Now in the last visual I'm choosing just discount and removing sum of, and also for sum of profit I'm just keeping profit. And I'm going to my view tab and I choose this kind of color. It is better to represent our data. So I'm making the data labels on for quantity by region and subcategory, and quantity by state and country, and order processing time by days and by ship mode. In the shipping cost and profit by ship mode, I'm choosing data label, but I'm making it off because it's make a lot of rush. For the visuals in which I make data label on, I'm just removing it x-axis because our data label represent our data, so we do not need to have x-axis. And in the case of all order processing time by days and ship mode, I'm replacing y-axis. Now I'm just changing the color of some bars into format tab, then in the visuals, and I'm choosing in the journal in the opening the visual borders and opening the shadow, and in the visual borders I'm making its corner into 15. And now I'm just using format painter. For using the format painter, you just have to click on the visual that you wanted, that you can be make other visual into that form, and click on that visual and then choose a format painter, and then click on the other visual in which you wanted that your visuals are from same time. And now you can see how I'm doing it. You might be take a little bit time to understand this format painter because it's a little bit confusing, but when you can do by your own, you can do that. It's not that much more difficult to do and understand. Now I'm just renewing data labels because it's making a lot of rush into our discount and profit by category and subcategory tab. Now if we go into our canvas background, I'm setting into white because our background of the visual is also white. So I'm doing it. I'm going into the insert tab and then images, and then going to my PC and select image. I can save these images by using Canva. You can use any other kind of free tool that you wanted and just put that into visuals. These are not the necessary thing to put into our dashboard, but it is good for representation. Now I'm representing total orders with the bike, although it is international shipping system, but for just representing order, I'm replacing it with bike and total sale with the money and total average profit with the money. And I'm just changing the colors of some bars to better represent because I wanted the same color is in all the visuals. So I'm using the second common color in our visual and replacing to some part, as you can see. So this is all into our Power BI dashboard part. Stay tuned with us for all with other different kind of projects.